Students, good evening. Students who are in the online, am I audible? Okay. So now let's move to the further discussion. I hope in the last session, we discussed about displaying the data on the console. So which function we used it? Come on, fast. So we discussed about which function? Print function. Now today we are talking about one more type of discussion. What is that function name? Reading the data dynamically from keyboard. Reading the data dynamically from keyboard. Okay. So this is our topic. This is our topic we are discussing now. Reading the data dynamically from keyboard. Come in. See, students, there is a lot of topic is there. Reading the data from the keyboard. This is a first part of it. Further, we are entering reading the data from files, reading the data from normal files, reading the data from CSV files, reading the data from JSON files, reading the data from database, where I'm going to explain about Oracle database, MySQL database, Oracle database and MySQL database, reading the data from NumPy, reading the data from pandas. These many things we are discussing in the classes. So this is a real-time standards what we come across. Okay. So reading the data dynamically from the keyboard is the first part of it. And the rest of them are depend on this fundamental concept only. So let's start with the concept called what? Reading the data dynamically from keyboard. So I'll just open a small example, students, and try to follow. Go to the place Python here. Ideally, I'll open the first yesterday's example, last example, what we have done it. So go to our place, this PC and D:, and here 6 p.m. batch mode here, and some example 1.py. This is a program. I'm specifying my input for A and B within the program itself. You try to run this example, students, run module, and you are getting the output as what? 10, 20, 30. What it indicates? You run this example hundreds of times, same output will come, right? Same output will come. If I open another example, come in more. If I open another example, you just see this. This also run hundreds of times, same output will come. So same example you run many number of times, you'll be getting what? Same type of output is going on coming. So this indicates that it is a fixed data we are passing. It is a fixed data. We are passing fixed data. So this entire information says that fixed data we are passing here. Fixed data. So the point to understand here is, in this case, we are trying to say A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 20 is called what? Fixed input. Is called a fixed input we are passing here. So that fixed input, we are processing it and we are displaying the result. Today, I am not taking this fixed input. What we are looking for? Want to get dynamism. Dynamism in the sense, already you know, we run the program in the previous session itself. I'll just open it again and I'll try to run this example. I'll try to run that example. You try to run and see that. Now it is asking, see the bottom of the screen here once. See the bottom of the screen once again, I will run it. Now observe it. Now it is cursor is waiting for your interaction. I'll enter the data 100. I'll enter the value called 200. Now I'm getting the result called what? 300. This type of value which we are entering here, dynamically we are entering the data here. We call it as what? Dynamically taking input. Dynamically taking input. Dynamically taking input from
Recording
where?
in progress.
Keyboard. Are you able to get it? So taking dynamically from the keyboard, this input, what we are seeing here is called dynamically input, we can call. So that is the topic today we are discussing it. Reading the data dynamically from keyboard. So did you understand the chapter importance? Now, to read the data dynamically from the keyboard, to read the data dynamically from the keyboard, to read the data dynamically from the keyboard, we have two predefined functions. We have two predefined functions. We have two predefined functions. They are number one is called what? Come in. Number one, we are going to say input of. First function is input of. What is the second now? Input of. What is this now? Message. Input of message. అందరిలో కూర్చున్నావు, ఎందుకు సపరేట్ కూర్చుంటావు? కూర్చో అందరిలో కూడా. లాస్ట్లో సార్ చెప్పాను కదా ఆల్రెడీ, లేట్ రావద్దని చెప్పాను, ముందు కూర్చోబెట్టాను. అగైన్ యు ఆర్ నాట్ చేంజింగ్. Sit along with everybody daily. Daily, I don't want to waste my time for you. Next time, if you come late, I never allow you. Last and final, good petko. All irregular behaviors in the class. So I said you already, sit along with everybody. Right? Come to the point of it. First one we are discussing here, input of. So here, we are talking input of here. Now, what is the use of this input function? We are discussing now. Second is input of message. Input of message. This is also we are going to discuss here. So now, coming to the point back, input of and input of message we are talking. What exactly this is? Now let's talk about syntax here. What is the syntax here? Variable name is equal to input of. Variable name is equal to input of, I am saying. Second one is called what, you know? Another syntax I am taking. What are the syntax here? Variable name is equal to what? Input of message. So that in this I will explain after giving some exercise about the first one. Online students, carefully listen guys, all of you. Variable name is equal to input of. What is this function is doing? The input function is used for reading the data from the keyboard. C language you take it, there is a function name called what? Scanf. So there is a big syntax will be there for this and everything. If you go for C++, there is one more function called what? Scene. It is an object we can call. If you go to Java programming, there is one more thing called a scanner class. This is a recent facility what we have. In Python, how many functions we are having? Two functions are there. One is called what? Scene of. One more is one is input of. One more is input of message. So variable name is equal to input of. So what this input of function is doing? So I'm writing the purpose of input function. The purpose of what function? Input function is that to read the data from the keyboard, to read the data, any type of data, to read any type of data from keyboard, to read any type of data from keyboard in the form of what? str. The purpose of input function is that to read any type of data from keyboard in the form of str. This word is important. Any type of data you can read, that will be read in the form of which type? str type it is called. str type. So I'm going to take up here variable name I am using it. What is the use of this variable name? Whatever you are entering from the keyboard, which will be captured by which function? Input function, which is going to store it into the left side variable. What is the left side variable type? str type, because every value can be stored into this variable name. Let me go to the example. That's all. Let's discuss about more number of coding examples. So go to that now. PyCharm, all of you, PyCharm, I am going to take it. I hope you know how to download PyCharm, right? Now, coming to the point back. So let me close my existing project. Close this existing project. Now say here, already it is there. What is that? 6 a.m. batch mode. And this is also one of your project or not? So I will say very scratch level, I will show you. Scratch level, I will show you. Let's create a project. What is this? New project. Any students in online, anybody is having a doubt about that PyCharm students, today we are going to show you again, new project. Give it as what? 6 p.m. data read is my folder name. 6 p.m. data read is my folder name. Creating the folder name here. Creating the folder name here. So there it is going to be something like this. So here observe students. Now I am going to say right click. You know this now? Right click and new and then Python file here. What is this now? Data read example1.py. All of you open the notes. Come on, open the notes from now onwards. I'll be giving the homeworks, all the things, assignments and everything. Are you having notebook now? Everybody try to open the notebook. If no notebook, you should not be in the class. Write down. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. Write a Python program. From now onwards, I'll be giving the exercises in the class. You need to practice it. Write a Python program which will accept two numerical values. 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 And multiply them. And multiply them. And multiply them. So keep a separate notebook for writing in the class. After going to home, you need to write the fair notes. What I am uploading, write the notes. Under that, in these programs, you need to write it. Here you are writing the question code I am showing. I am not giving the time for you to write the code. Anyhow, I am uploading the programs or not. Programs I will upload, coding I will upload it. So try to understand me carefully. Follow this now. Program for calculating students. All of you carefully follow. Naveen Kumar, listen the class. Program for adding, program for multiplication of what? Two numbers. Multiplication of two numbers. Right. And before that, this is my question. I will come to this example. Let me show you one sample example here. Sample.py. Sample.py. One small example I want to show you. How it is internally working, I just want to show you here. Following me? Now, see students, I am saying that every type of value will be read. Every type of value will be read. And that will be stored in the form of which type I told? str I said. See that, carefully follow. I am directly writing variable name, some x is equal to. I am just saying that input of. I just wrote like this. Try to run it. First time you are learning good programming mechanism, you entered. So almost 1 month back, our batch was started. After discussing so many data types and we came to the batch mode programming here. This 1 month we have seen about the data types. And the next 1 month we are going to see lot of topics from operators to what? Exception handling we are discussing now. And up to files in the second month. This is in the progress of second month. In the third month, we are discussing from where advanced topics are going to start. What is that? From files, databases, and OOPS, and we are entering into NumPy, Pandas, multi-threading, network programming. This is going to complete. This is the 2 months is a solid topics are going to start. And after that, some small 10 days extra, I may take it because some advanced things I will teach. This is our action plan. If anybody missing, coming late to the classes, you will suffer a lot like anything. And I don't want to say every day. And please keep our things under control. Try to attend the classes punctually. Try to follow my guidelines. And every day not in the same policy. Try to come to the class on time and try to learn it. This is my advice. Now coming to the point back, listen the class, all of you. Hari CH, listen the class. Now try to come to this point, sample of. Right? Now see, it is going to be coming to this place. Here, my cursor is just waiting. You see that in the run type, in the running part of it, what is available? Cursor is waiting. Why cursor is waiting? It is waiting for the end user to enter the input. Now I am entering 100. The moment when it is 100, the moment when you enter 100, that is captured by what? Input. That is called reading the input. And preserved in where? X. So I did not print that X and it is getting finished. Now I will say here, print of, I am writing X comma, I will write it. X is equal to, I will write, and type is equal to, I will write like this. Dot format of what? X comma type of X. X comma type of X. Format function. Already you know. X value here, type of X is decided and keeping into this place. Now you run this code once again. Now it is waiting, cursor is just waiting. When just cursor is waiting, end user don't know what to do. But since I am the developer, I know what I entered. It is printing what? X is 100 and whose type is what? Even though I entered integer data, it is taken as which type data? str data. And be carefully observe it. Again, I am running it. What is showing here? You observe it. 23.45 I entered. 23.45 I entered. X is equal to 23.45. Type is equal to what? Class str it is showing. What I entered? Float I entered. But it is showing in the form of what? str. Now I am entering something like what you know. Now I am entering something like HUID. It is also str type. Same thing str type. Next, one more thing I am entering here, you see, I am entering true here, it is taken as what? str itself. Whatever the data I am entering from the keyboard, which is taken by it and represented in the form of what? str. Moreover, last and final, cursor is just waiting. That indicates no more messages are given. So I need to give some message to the end user or not. What is that? Enter any value. Like that I want to give. Enter any value is a message I want to give it. In order to say enter any value, I must give some sort of what? Print statement I will give before that. Okay, now I am entering 2 plus 3j. Also what type? str. Now I am writing. You are reading okay. But before that one message I will give. What is it? Enter any value. Enter any value. I am saying this. Why I am giving print statement here? Just to prompt to the end user that enter the value. Suppose when you are going on the way, you will be having directions now, left something will come, right something will come, straight something will come, some labeling will be there or not. Like that I want to give you this message. So I'm going to give you here, run this code now. See that what is the message is coming. So earlier I did not give anything. Now it is given some print statement. Which one is more effective? This one. Enter any value. Suppose 123, 4 I am entering. Or something like I entered none. None is also taken as which type? str type. So by seeing this type of message, we are entering the value. So this indicates that user prompting message. Spell out. User prompting message we can call. User prompting message we can call. So such user prompting message I am giving by using which statement? Print statement I am going to give you. Is it understandable? Now I would like to move forward. So come to my example, previous one, I am going to say. Now this is what type? Int type X. Which type it is coming? str type. Now that str type want to convert into which type? Int type, float type, bool type, any type you can convert. But my interest is to convert into which type? Float type I will convert or int type I will convert it. How do you do that now? Y is equal to, how do you convert it? Int of X. Already I told you the conversion functions for you. Int of X. X is which type? str type. Converted into which type? Right. I will print that y value once again. I'll print into y value once again. See that y is equal to, I'm writing, here also I'm writing y, and then this is called a y like this. Try to run this now. I'm saying that 100, what is that now? 100 is of what type? STR it is taken. Y is equal to 100. What is the type? Class int. Did you understand this point? Now, coming to this area now, again I will say something like 345. 345 converted into which type? Int type. Now, if I enter something like you see 12.34 I entered, error will come. Why? 12.34 is a string type. You cannot convert it into which type? Int type. That I already told you in the error part only. Did you remember that? In the typecasting part, I told you string float cannot be converted into which type? Int type. Because dot is treated as a special symbol. That's why I will convert it into which type? Float type I will take. So this will be covering both int value 100, 100.0 float type. If I enter here what type of value? 12.34, it is going to taken as what? Float type. Is it understandable, students? Now, this is reading the data converted into which type? Similarly, coming to the multiplication of two integers. What should I do? To multiply two things, how many values I need to read from keyboard? Two. First, writing programming is mandatory in our class. Without programming, if you learn it, there is no use of it. And so many people will complete the courses, but out of it, nothing will come out of it. Unemployment will be more. Now, let's start with A is equal to what I am taking, or S1 is equal to, I am giving the message print of, carefully follow. I'll tell you so many examples in the class today. Enter what value? First value. Enter first value. Now read the first value. S1 is equal to what here? Input of. I got the first value. Second, now I will go for what? Second value also I need to get or not? Enter what value? Second value. Second value. Why two values I am taking? Why two values are taking? To multiply two values are required. Input of required. Input of. Two values are required. Getting me? Now, what type of S1 and S2 are? S1 comma type of S1 directly I will print S2 comma type of S2. S2 comma type of S2. Try to run this now. Enter the first value 100. Enter the second value 200. What is printed now? Type of S2. Close this bracket, student. I did not close it, ma. I did not close it. Now close it. Try to run it once. 10 and then 20. What type they are? 10 is STR and then 20 is what? STR. You cannot multiply S1 into S2, right or not? S1 into S2 you cannot multiply. Yesterday only I told you. String into string cannot be multiplied. String can be repeated with numerical number of times. You just run it, error will come. 10, 20, error will come. What is this? Can't multiply sequence by what? Non-int of type integer with what? STR. You cannot multiply. So you have to 100% convert into which type? Come on. So I am writing here, convert S1 and S2 into which type? Float type. If I convert into float type, automatically what will come? Int also will be covered plus float also will be covered. Correct? Do it. How do you do now? Some A is equal to, tell me students, float of S1. B is equal to what? Float of S2. Float of S2. Online students, carefully follow. Are you following me? Once it is converted, now you do what? Multiply. How do you multiply? C is equal to A into B. C is equal to what? A into B. Now display the result. Display the result. Now I am going to start with print. Print. Now I am saying, or otherwise directly I can say, you are already aware of it. MUL of first value, second value is equal to third value. Do you know this? Format of A comma B comma C. If you already practiced yesterday, this is very, very simple. Right? Come on to the point of it. All of you listen the class. Try to listen, try to follow me. Don't try to keep your own old knowledge, which I am not interested in that. Aniket, which is a blunder, you listen, don't apply your old knowledge, please. It's my request for all of you. It is a blunder. It is a 1000% blunder. You don't make me my wasting of time. You are wasting unnecessarily your own time. Aniket Thakre. So this is called a 1000% blunder. If you want to write it, I will write in the system and I will show you. Because people will think that they are going to be writing like this. You see that what is happening. You see that what is happening. What is happening here? 0 came. What is that meaning? People don't think that they are knowing something and they will try to put in the class. Aniket, I hope you got it. Your answer I shown you on the screen. Keep listen the class. This is my advice for you. You got it error or not? Yes. This is blunder. Don't try to keep this type of things in the chat box. Come to the point back now. Next, we are entering into next. All of you listen. Don't keep your own things. Try to follow. Now, I'll go for next. Are you following me? Right. Now, if you follow my guidelines without having your own personal knowledge, virus knowledge, if you follow me, you will be reaching to the destination. Otherwise, you will be going in the middle only. Now, are you okay? What is these lines are called? Getting input. What is these lines are called? Converting into which type? Float type. What is this is called? Multiplying and displaying the result or not? This is called, run this example now. Run this example now. First value 10. Second value 20. What is the result? 200.0. Try to run once again. 1.2, 2.3. Result is called 2.76. Once again, I will run it. Say some 45 and then 1.2. The result is called what? 54.0. Are you able to follow? Now I will say minus 10 and then next minus 2.3. We got it as what? Minus minus plus. Following? So always follow me step by step. What are these lines? First 4 lines indicates reading the data from the keyboard by giving the message. 7 and 8 lines are what? Converting into which type? String into float. What is this 10th line indicates? Multiplying. And the 12th line is called what? Displaying. Now, the same program I will try to do in another way. Multiple ways I will show you. You go on following me. So if you apply your own knowledge, which I am not responsible, I never respond to such type of doubts. It's my time waste. Because I am going to discuss a solid programming in the class. It is an alternative name for this programming of this class. This class is meant for programming class only. All right. Keep our things under control. Try to follow. Are you following me? Now, here I am going to see. I am saying enter first value, enter second value, like that I am going to enter. Instead of writing separate value, I am writing here print of enter 2 values in the beginning only I am saying. Are you following me? Enter 2 values. If 2 values are entered, what I am doing? A is equal to what I am doing? Read that. What is that now? Input of. Next, B is equal to what? Input of. A is equal to input of, B is equal to input of. Enter 2 values. A is equal to input of, B is equal to input of. Why 2 values? You said 2 values they are entering. First value captured in A, second value captured in B. What type of A and B are? String type. Next, what do you do? Convert A and B into which type? Float type or int type. It is your own choice. Float type. How do you do it now? X is equal to float of A. Y is equal to what? Float of B. I will do Z is equal to what? X into Y. Now I will print it. Print of MUL of, like this I am entering, is equal to, like this I am writing. Dot format of what? x comma y comma z, x comma y comma z. So you see previous program, it is taking some almost 12 lines and it is taking almost 9 lines. Because I reduced, instead of saying 2 print statement, I am saying only 1 print statement. So try to run this example, students. Enter 2 values. I said 2 and then 5. I said 2 and 5. What is the answer now? 10. Try to run once again here. I am saying something like 34 and then 12. I am getting the result called what? Like this. Now try to run this code once again here. I am saying that 2.3 and then 4.6. I got the value called like this. Are you able to follow me? So what is this entire thing indicates? How to give 2 values and I am reading it. Next I am going to enter one more model. Is it understandable? Are you getting the difference between first and second here? Right. Students in online, take care, mom. Now I am going for the third model. Slowly I will go for most important coding you are getting. Data read example3.py. Data read example3.py. Try to follow me. Done. What are we doing? Observe this code. Same code I will take it. Let me take the same code, which I want to give you more clearly here. Observe it. I'm going to do one substitution process here. Input of is reading the data and keeping in where? A. And what are you doing after reading this data? After reading this data, are you converting or not? So A is equivalent to what? Input of. In place of A, directly I can write what? Input of. Did you understand that point? A is equal to what? Input of. But here what I am doing? In place of A, directly I will write what? Input of. I am writing input of here. So it is not necessary to write. Am I correct or not? In the place of B also what I am doing? So this line indicate, this also not necessary to write it. What is this line indicates? Input of indicates what? Reading the data from keyboard. Which type it is coming? str type. Converted into which type? Float type it is coming. Reading which type? str. Immediately converting into which type? Did you understand this 3 and 4th lines? And what is this now? Z is equal to what? X star Y. These lines are important. Reading and converting. Reading the data and converting. Both of them will be done at a time. Reading the data and converting. I am writing here and converting. So this also I am going to say reading the data and converting. And x into y I said. These lines, I hope you are following me. Data read example3.py. Run this code now, students. See the data. Enter the 2 values, 10 and 4, 40. Try to run once again, 1.5 and then 3.4. This is an output what we are getting it. You try to run it, minus 3.4 and then 6.7. I got the data something like this. One plus value, one minus value is called what? Something like this. Next I am going to say 23.45 and then some 24. I got the data something like this. Is it understandable? Right. Keep it aside. Now I am going to move forward. Now coming to this line of code. Now I am going to say one more example I want to say. Look at that. Data read example5.py. 4.py. Observe it now. Now I want to write it. This is data read example 3. I will carry this example. I'll carry this and I'll try to reduce some more code. Observe it now. What is happening now? In place of XY, I got it. Z is there or not? This I will remove. Z is equal to what? X into Y. I will write in the place of it. What I will write it? X into Y, I got it. So I will remove this Z. Is it reduced or not? Beginning program is how many lines? 12 lines. It came to 9 lines. It has come to 6 lines. It has come to what lines? 5 lines. Able to get it? Now see that carefully, students, and run this code. Example 4. and say 4 and 5, got the output like this. Getting or not? And next I will write it minus 1.2 minus 4.5, got the data something like this. So this indicates that I am giving the message and I am going to say what? Input of, input of. Immediately I am converting into which type? Float type. Is it understandable? Now, online students, is it understandable? Is this code is understandable now? What is this print statement is giving? Message I am giving. And what is this 3 and 4 is giving? Reading the data from the keyboard. Go to our concept window once again. Go to your concept window again. What is this input function? Come on, read out. The purpose of input function is that to read any type of data from the keyboard in the form of str. Now I am writing. The str value can be converted into, can be converted into what type? Can be converted into which type? Other data type value by using what? Typecasting functions. You know typecasting functions, right? Right. So this is on the basis of input function. How many examples are there? Data read example 1, 2, 3, 4. All of them I will post it in the Google Drive class. Concept I will post it, plus programs also I will post it. When you go to the home, what you will do? You need to keep the heading. What is the heading you need to keep? This is the heading you need to keep in the fair notes. There you need to write the same thing as this, and the programs also you need to write. And lot of patience is required to become a perfection in the subject. Sorry is uploading, we will come and attend if you keep like that, and I can't do anything else. So after going to home immediately, you need to open a new notes. There you need to start writing from here. I hope you have started writing the notes, I think so. There you need to write this and you need to take the programs which are writing. So for one concept, I'll tell you so many examples in the class. Easy, medium, complex, like that, so many examples will be covered. Shall I move forward? Now I'm going to enter into the next one, input of message. Now, input of message, I will be giving the syntax. What is the syntax? You observe it. Variable name is equal to input of, earlier I wrote only like this. So this will be giving only reading the data. In our case of example 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you see, this only reading the data. This only reading the data. In this case also only reading the data. In this case also only reading and converting. But for prompting the message is concerned, which function I am using? Print I am using. But today onwards, what it says, it will do what? It will give the message also, plus it will read also. Dual part it can do. Here I am saying, here message represents, what is that represents? User prompting message. User prompting message. User prompting message. And it is of type. And it is of type what? str. str means I must write within the double quotes. So this function also, the purpose of which function? The purpose of which function? Input of message is used for reading reading any type of data from where? Keyboard. Any type of data from keyboard in the form of which type? In the form of str by prompting what messages? Prompting which messages? User messages. User messages by giving user prompting messages in the form of str and prompting which messages? And additionally, I will write like this. Additionally, it will prompt which messages? User messages also it will prompt. This is nothing but what? Prompting the user messages. Input of will get the reading, only reading the data. It won't give prompting the messages. But input of message will give you what? It will give you the user prompting messages, plus it will read the data and kept into which side? Left side variable. Shall I move forward? Let me go to the example. Same example I will move forward. How many examples? Read 1, read 2, read 3, read 4. These many examples we have seen. Let us go to, this is a read 1. How I am giving the prompting message? By giving what? Print I am using. And I am using reading separately, right or not? Rather than that, see students how I am doing it. Observe it. I am going for data read example 5 or 6 or 5 dot what? Py. Data read example dot py. Now I'm going to give you this. Same problem statement is same. Problem statement is same. Now I'm writing the same problem statement here also. What is this point now? A is equal to, tell me directly, input of, I'm saying that enter first value. Enter which value? First value. What is this message is called? User prompting message. It will give the message. By seeing the message, you will enter the value. That value will be read by which function and kept into which variable? A. Next, come on, next, B is equal to input of enter which value? Second value. Are you following? And don't think that colon is not a syntax part. Just I am writing for good looking purpose. Right? If I don't write colon, you see one colon I wrote for one thing here. First beginning I did not write colon. Now what is the type of AB? String type, str type. Now print it for your better understanding. A is equal to value and type is equal to what? Value. For your better understanding I am writing. Format of A comma type of A. A comma type of A. Try to run this now. A value here, sorry. A value I am writing. See, it is my cursor is waiting exactly at a value of A. So A. Second value you see, colon is there after that colon. Which one is more readable? Second one, 20. Only A value printing. 10 I entered which type? STR type. Like that B value also you will print it. For your better understanding, I am writing this. So B I am writing here. B I am writing there. And I am writing B is equal to type is equal to. Try to run this now. I say 10, I say 20. I got it A value, B value, I got it. Are you able to follow? Now, coming to back, now I'm going to say, when I write this colon, don't think that colon is a syntax. I'm writing only for good looking output. Now look at, I say, now cursor is waiting and you are understanding 100 and next is called 200 and the value of A and B printed. Are you following? You can write in place of that arrow also you can write it. Arrow you can write. In place of that you can write single arrow also. It is your own choice students. No restriction to write. See that 100 and the next 12.34. Whatever you are entering it is taken as which type? STR type. So by keeping irregular formats of reading, I'll keep a standard notation throughout my entire course, colon. Are you following me? Now, come on, ma. Convert into which type? Come on. Convert A and B. A and B into which type? Float type. Float type you say. How do you do it now? X is equal to what? Float of A. Y is equal to what? Float of B. Now you multiply. Z is equal to what? X into Y. You print it. Print of what here? MUL of is equal to dot format of X comma Y comma Z. X comma Y comma Z. Now run this now students. 100 and then 2. Got it what? 100 comma 2 is equal to what? 200. Getting my point? Okay. Now run and last and final 1.4 and 2.6. My output is like this. Suppose I am getting this many things. I want to get only 2 digits I want. Will you go for 2 digits? And you can write what? Percentage to F is there or not? Like that you can use it. We already know that. Now I am going to say, I want to reduce my code now. Let me go to the second stage. Same example. Data read example 6.py. Why I am showing these many example students? Because you'll get the command over it one example with multiple ways. You'll get very good awareness about how to do it. Take the same code and try to copy the same code. Now I'm going to paste it here. Observe it. Now tell me, A is equal to what here? This one I can write or not? What you will do, mom? I will write directly this line here, right? Right. Enter input of first value. Which type it is? String type. Converted into which one? Float. Right? I need not to write this line. Remove. Next is called what? Input of enter second value. This I am writing. Enter which value? Second value. Also remove. Also remove. So see that. Reduced or not? This also you remove. What you will do? X into Y. X into Y. Did you understand? That's all. You try to run the student. You try to run it. Now I am going to say this data. See this now? Got the value now 4 and 5. Got the result like. Understand, students? So now tell me, reading the data from the keyboard is difficult or easy? How many functions are there? One is what? Input of message. These are all these things what? Referring the programs or not? So here I wrote example programs. If you see, almost I wrote 5 examples on it, and the same example carry forwarded in 5 and 6 examples are there. Anyway, along with this concept, I will upload what? These programs also I will upload. These programs also I will upload. These 6 programs also I will upload. What you will do? Write the notes with the 6 programs. After writing the notes, you need to open the laptop, you need to practice. That is the daily activity what you have to do it. Only listening the class, eating and sleeping, if you do, we will be senior citizen in Amirpet only. Even bus conductors also will not give concession for you. Railways, no concession, nothing is there. And we will getting, if you don't follow, if you don't practice now onwards, you'll be getting a lot of troubles. You cannot continue the next 2 months of classes now because coding is now started. We are getting on the highway of coding now. Understood? Without practicing, if you listen the class, you cannot understand because we are going for ultimate coding standards in the class. It's my request for everybody, practice very well. So, Aniket, who just said this sentence, did you understand Aniket? Aniket, who is a student is Aniket. I hope he realized or not, I don't know. So I need response from that student. So yes, perfectly you got it, right? That's all. So the students who are having different excitement in the beginning of class onwards, by looking at these kind of things, you understand, I hope so. These many things you are getting. So what I do in my classes, after explaining this kind of concept, what I'm going to do, reading the data dynamically from the keyboard, I'll be saving this exam. I'll be saving this now. So let us save this. I'll be going for this place, 6 p.m. It is the topic name today, what? Data read. What is that? Data read. In this data read, programs I got it in that place. Programs I got it in this place. So here I'm getting. These programs are coming in this area. Data read. So coming to this area, I'll save this code. I'll save this notes. This is the notes I will say. Notes. And along with the notes, I'll be sending what also? Programs also. Concept will be coming as well as programs also will be coming. In the final stage, after getting everything, in the final stage, what I will do? I'll keeping this entire classroom notes. I'll keep this entire classroom subject in the form of what? Zip files I will keep it in the last when course is over. Total course, I'll keep it in 2 parts. Part 1, part 2, total programs plus concept will be sending in the finally. That's why I'm saying programs plus notes. Every topic notes plus programs. Notes, programs, like that I'll manage my total class. You also need to write the notes in the same way. Before going to an interview, open the notes, read the notes thoroughly and go to the interviews. Daily if you read one topic, last day you need not read the notes. Only once you read the notes like our academics, problems will be coming. So Daily practicing makes you perfect. Open the notes now. Did you understand now? Did you understand that code? What is the code? Read out. Accepting two values and multiply them. You have seen different models, right? Now open. Write a Python program. Next one. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will calculate area of circle. Small examples I am going to start with. Area of circle. See, my dear students, all of you, don't excite. Area of circle. What is the formula for area of circle, ma? Area of circle is equal to pi r square. This is a mathematics formula or not? How do you write it? Pi value is called what? 3.14 into r square means r into r or not? R into r. R into r. 3.14 into r into r. This is the one we need to write it. What is the input now? Observe it. Right side, what is that? To calculate area of circle, you must know radius or not. That radius you need to read from the keyboard. Getting up? So once one problem is given, you must know how to write the code. What is the formula? Pi r square. What you must know to calculate area? Pi value you must know. R value you must know. They are unknowns for you. Unknowns must be known or not. What is the pi value which you know? 3.14 into pi r square means pi into. R square means what? R into R. This is the way to write the statement. Come on now, I'll write the code. Can I write the code? Can you help me in writing the code? Well, go to that, select our folder name, new, and say what? Python file. What is this, mom? Circle area. Now I am writing here circle area dot what? Py. Circle area dot py. See, students. Now I am writing, saying here program for calculating area of what? Circle. Tell me, what should I read? Stand up. Sleeping, stand up. You will think sir will not watch. You are sleeping from last 10 minutes onwards, correct? No. Why? Yesterday reading Python notes, sir. ఎందుకు అంత స్లీపింగ్ ఎందుకు 7 o'clock నిద్రపోతావు రోజు? కమ్ హియర్, హాట్ సీట్కి వచ్చే. కమ్ టు ద హాట్ సీట్ క్విక్లీ. I decide why you are going corner. Come this side. You come this side. Telugu, are you Telugu student or Hindi student? Telugu student, correct? Telugu. I understand. Don't sit with me. Sit there. Hard seat means that middle one. If you sit with me, I will get sleep. Because sleeping students are very dangerous, you know. Irregular time sleeping is very dangerous. Hindi student will not sleep. And don't feel it. I speak only facts. Hindi students will not speak, will not sleep. They also will sleep, but rare. If you take survey on 10 students of Telugu students and 10 students of Hindi, here 8 Telugu students will sleep. There 2 students will sleep. That is the survey I found. And whatever you feel it, you feel it. No problem. So I am also Telugu student. Fact I am saying. Hindi students will have more commitment on subject. Telugu students, tomorrow we'll see, day after tomorrow we'll see, Saturday we'll see, 15th March we will see, 20th March we will see, that type of thing. Ready to write, huh? Now, that's why night time don't watch YouTube up to 2 o'clock, night 2:30, 1:30 like that. Try to read well, sleep and wake up early and open your notes, read, practice and do many more things. Correct or not? Yesterday you watched YouTube in the night or not? I understand. Because in my psychology of my PhD, there are 143 face readings will be there. He watched yesterday up to 2 to 3 o'clock YouTube completely. That's why that entire day is dull only. You read Python notes up to 11 o'clock, you sleep, morning you wake up, how energetic you are. And entire day you will feel, I am great, I have so much subject in your brain. You feel like that. One day you do that. One day you stop YouTube and read only the notes. Next day you will see, you will just run like anything. You watch YouTube, you will like a bulldozer. Bulldozer will run what speed? 10 kilometer speed only. Correct? Look at me and say, don't bend your head. Now come to the point. And don't feel so. Oh, now, okay. Viresh, watching YouTube stage is gone, sir. Now Insta Reels, sir. Okay. You watch anything, students, but read my notes. Insta Reels, you read, in whatever you do, you watch it. You enjoy. But read the subject. That is my request for everybody. This is my request. Okay, students. So see, unnecessarily on reading part, I explained something, they said something, and moving forward. Shall I continue my class? Pi r square. What is that now? Radius need to read or not? Come on, read. R is equal to, tell the code in the class. Don't sit quiet and come. Float of input of enter radius. Enter what? Radius. Enter what? Radius. Now, R is equal to float of input of enter radius. I got what? Radius. Now calculate the area. Now I will write, some of the students will write in the program, area of circle is equal to, like that they will write. Area of circle is equal to, they will write 3.14 into R, like this they will write. It will give you so many errors. Because they are using this a variable name. Variable name never allows what? Spaces. Because they won't read the notes, they will get this many problems. So here I am going to say AC is equal to, yes, short variable, more meaningful variable. AC is equal to 3.14 into R. Now I'll print or not? Print the result. Now I am going to see students of 50. Do you know this? I forget. What is this? Come on. It is nothing but decorator. It is printing this line 50 times. Definitely some online students will ask us, sir, what is this, sir? What is this line is called? Printing this equal to line for 50 times. Now I am going to say print radius, colon. I say what? Dot format of what? R. Now I will write it for print of what? Area of circle is colon. I am writing dot format of what? AC. Dot format of AC. I'll get the same line just to looking nice about the output. Did you understand? What is this more? Reading the data and converting it, calculating my radius and printing the data. Correct? Now run this code. Circle area and say this is 1.2, 1.2 and see the result 1.2. Area of circle is equal to 4.5215. Like this it is coming or not? Instead of printing this entire big lines, I can write happily. What I will write it? Percentage 0.2 FO. I should not write this format. I should write what more? Percentage AC. That's all. Run it more here. 1.6 you see. It is going to print 8.04. You say here one more thing, 1.34. What is the result? 5.64. Did you understand? Good. Now I am going to understand this concept. Radius is printed, area of circle is printed. During the file name giving, don't give something like a circle space area like that. Give it as what? Complete name, not spaces to between the file name. Are you following me? If you give spaces in giving the file name, it is a problem. You did not understand. Sorry. Because you are not in the class. Area of, will arouse some students. Area of circle dot py. If you write like that, area space of circle dot py, because of lack of concentration, that will give you a lot of problems. So don't give like that. Give it as what? Circle area, consecutively you give it. No spaces are allowed. Are you following me? Shall I move forward? Can I give one small homework for you? Write down. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will calculate perimeter of circle, perimeter or circumference of circle, perimeter or circumference of circle, perimeter or circumference of circle. What is the formula, students? 2 pi r. Suppose if you don't know formula, and don't come and ask me, sir, I am not a mathematics background, what can I do? You search this formula in the internet, internet will give you the formula. Understand? And don't think that your mathematics is required. How do you do this now? What are the unknowns here? R. And what is this now? 2 into 3.14 into R. Can you write this code by yourself? Will you do it? Right. So I am not going to check your notes daily, students, whether you are doing homework or not. It is an individual interest. Beginning, I don't give much homeworks. Why? Because some of the students will do homework, some of the students will not do homework. What is my survey is 50% students will do homework. They feel responsible. Next 50%. Next 50% out of the 50, 25% will feel that, okay, similar to area only, na, I will do tomorrow. These people are having always postpone mentality. These 25% of the people will not understand anything because they don't read the notes. Like that, people will be going 50% after 1.5 months is over, they will be dropping out. Or after 2 months, they will not come because programming is increasing, stuff is increasing more. And this 50% will be carrying in the up to last also. These are only the 50% will get the job. Others out of order. If Python gone, others thing, some X, Y, Z courses are the same thing there also. Same mentality, same course will be done. That's why I am telling all these things is what we are observing, we are saying in the class. So try to practice well. So come to the how to postpone, how to overcome postpone mentality. I am not a psychiatrist, boss. So that we have to put by ourselves. So if you postpone that things, it's not good. It's not good, right? Definitely we want to relax it. But if you postpone, who will do that? You only need to do now. So whenever you need to do that, you have to do that stage. My dear student, to do that. Right. So shall I move forward? Do that as a homework. Next, one more. Write a Python program. Next. Write a Python program which will calculate area and circumference of rectangle. Circumference is nothing but perimeter of rectangle. So it's keeping cooler for you. Thinking that students are doing much coding, much heat is generated in the class. See how much our people are helping you. No, you are started sleeping. Okay, students. Now, shall we start now? Now, look at that now. I will do this example. Watch this example, all of you. Now, see this now. Here I am saying, I am going to say, observe it. Now, rect, area, and perimeter. How I am giving you, see? You give consecutively, you write it. You give consecutively for your own convention. Now I am going to write it. Now I am writing some question on the top of it. Program for calculating area and what? Perimeter of what? Rectangle. Perimeter of what? Rectangle. Tell me. L is equal to. What is that, ma? Area of rectangle is equal to L into B or not? What is L? Length. And what? Breadth. perimeter of rectangle is equal to 2 into L plus B. This is your rectangle, this is L and this is B. Product if you take it, it will come area. This if you come, perimeter means total surroundings. So 2 L's are there, 2 B's are there. 2L plus 2B. That is a 2 of what? L plus B. This is a mathematics knowledge. So this formula is enough, it is more than enough. So how many values I need to get it? 2. One is L and one more is B. Now tell me the code, don't write. Tell me the code. Everybody should tell the code in the class. L is equal to float of, it can be int length also, float length also. But we'll take float, which will cover int also. Come on, ma. Input of enter length. Enter what? Length. B is equal to what? Float of input of enter breadth. Very nice. Two things I got it. Next I need to calculate the area. So now I am writing. Calculate area and what? Perimeter. Of what here? Rectangle. Tell me. AR is equal to L into B. L into perimeter of rectangle is equal to 2 into L plus B. 2 into what? L plus B. Are you able to get it? Now display. Now I am going to display the result. So I am going to write it. It is your own choice of symbol, whatever you like it. Here I am going to write it. What I am writing, ma? Print length is equal to, I say, dot format of what? L. Next I am taking what? Breadth I will write it. Breadth I will write it. Breadth I will write it. Next I am writing what? Area. Area of what? Rectangle. So what is this? AR. Tell me students, next. Perimeter of what? Rectangle. Perimeter of rectangle. What is this now? Dot format of what? PR. Right, done. Following me? Right. So done. Coming to the point back. Try to run this now. Carefully follow. Now, our PVM is executing line by line only. That means if an error is there at where? Suppose if an error is there at which line? 9th line. It will execute up to here. When it comes to 9th line, error will come. Understand my point? Yeah. Let's like 3 and then what? 4. What is the length here? 3. And next is called what? 4. Please look at ma. Output is generated towards the left side of the output screen or not? Today, I want to make my output to be little center of the screen. I will use \T. What is that? \T. \T means tab spaces will be coming. It is a C language fundamental. Don't worry about that. When I write \T, observe this output ma. It is showing towards left side of the screen. I'll just write it. Here I am writing slowly. Some formatting things I will use it. Within the double quotes, I said \T. Please observe it now. Run this. So 4 and 5. Observe it. Are you seeing now? This is called what? \T. Here I did not apply \T. I did not apply. Are you following? Now, again I will write what here? \T. Here also \T. Are you writing, understanding \T? That is a tab spaces meaning is coming over there. Now you say 10, 20 now students. Length, breadth, some gap is there or not? Some gap is there. This is the values we are going to get it here. This is known as what? \T effect. If we give one more \T, some more it will move little ahead. Last and final. It is up to you. There is no rule that you need to write only this. So here up to \T, here up to \T. This is one \T effect. This is another \T effect. Are you following? Okay. Keep it aside. Now I am going to take up. Done. Clear up? Shall I move forward? Online students, did you understand this coding? Now, open the notes, write them. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will calculate which will calculate area of triangle, area of triangle ma. Look at once. Area of triangle can be calculated in two ways, students. One is of BH. What is this first logic I am saying? What is this B? Base. And what is this H? Height. When base and height is given, when this is a base and this is height is given, we can calculate one type of what? Area. One more is also there. When triangle is given, they are giving A and then B and C. Three sides are given. That time also you can find out. What is that? Square root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. What is S is equal to A plus B plus C by 2. Are you following this? This is called one more type of what? Formula. But we don't know square root and all at this stage. Tomorrow when I come back to the class, I will tell you how to evaluate the square root kind of things. Today I will go for what? Easy example of BH. What are the unknowns in of BH? What are the unknowns in of BH? B and what? H. B and what? H. So I will take reading the data from the keyboard what? BH. Shall we start? Tell me the code ma, all of you. Actually I can give homework. Much homework I don't want to give. Why? That 50% students I want to carry forward. Because that 50% postpone mentality plus not getting logics and all, I want to carry for a few more days. I'll do so many examples in the class. Tell me now, what is this now? Triangle area. Triangle area dot what? Py. This is what I am going to take up. Calculating program for calculating what? Area of triangle. Tell me now. B is equal to, come on, fast, speed up. Float of input of enter, very good, base. Next, float of input of enter, good. Enter what? Height, good. Calculate area. Calculate what ma? Area of what? Triangle. Come on. Area of triangle AT is equal to 1 by 2, that is called 1 by 2. I will write into B into H. B into what? H. Even I need not write this bracket. No need to write. Like this I can write it, no issue. 1 by 2 is nothing but 0.5. Right up? Do it now. See students, calculate. Print off what I say. Some small mechanism. Don't ask me, sir, why are you writing every time this part? I am just writing to show you good output. Now I am writing what here? Base. So I am writing backslash T. What is this? Base. Dot format of B. So print of what? Backslash T. Height is equal to height colon what? Dot format of what? H. Print of what? Backslash T. Area of triangle. I am writing dot format of AT. Are you following me? AT. Right? Run this now. See students. Enter the base 10. Enter the height some 20. So it is going to be called as what? So I hope you are following me. Is it correct? Huh? Correct. 1 by 2 into 10 base into height. 200 by 2 is called what? 100. Are you okay, students? So doubt, somebody looking at doubtful. 10 into 20 into 1 by 2. It is nothing but what? 200 by what? 2. It is nothing but 100 only. Correct? Right. Done. Like this, we can do it. Getting up? Now, any doubt is there? Any doubt? No doubt. Now, if I am a student, I will get a doubt. What is that doubt? Sir, what you have the doubt? My doubt is, so enter the base. I'll see. Sir, I will enter KVR. This type of doubts you need to get in the class. See, I am entering, okay, then some 10 is entered, 30 is entered, and then happily you are getting the output. That is so smooth. That means what? KVR only developing the program, KVR only running the program, right or not? And a student is observing, and a student will say, my sir will teach programming very like anything you will say. But when you go to this KVR students to industry, in industry, they will ask you a question. This question is only giving. They will say, enter the base. They will say, 10 and 30 you are entering. You will show the output. That person also happy. Okay, you are good student. But they will test your extra capability. Enter your base. I am entering dollar. I am entering. What is dollar? It is an irrelevant input they are entering. Totally wrong input they are entering. When they enter wrong input, your program should say what? Don't enter dollar for height. Don't enter hyphen for so and so. It should give data validation or not. And that time you will see, my sir did not explain this mechanism. So KVR don't want to get that remarkable mark. I want to tell you perfectly in the class. Did you understand what I am going to say? That will be coming in exception handling concept is there. Robust. Did you understand the word called robust in the class features? Python programming to be robust, because we will use which concept? Exception handling, we will use it. That time I'll go for what? Exception handling concept I will explain. There I will explain ATM application. There onwards our case study will start. For example, enter the name of a person. 1, 2, 3 I am entering. 1, 2, 3 means it is an invalid input. ABC 1, 2, 3 I am entering. It is called what? Invalid input. I don't want to get this type of things. Right or not? So to get these things very perfectly, very shortly, I'll come to where that type of coding only I'm going to introduce. So you are developing as a student. Sumit is going to develop this program, and Sumit is a developer, is a programmer in the company. He will release this project to what? Some ICICI banking, ICICI banking. This ICICI people will do what? Will start working on that. When they enter wrong input, your program has to say what? Don't enter wrong input, it has to say. That means the Sumit is having what? Lot of forecasting knowledge is there. Lot of front is looking. What type of input my end user is entering? That input you are looking into that and you are writing the code. Yes or no? When you go to an ATM center, keeping the card in reverse order. That means ATM is already knowing that you are keeping maybe in proper order, maybe improper order. Proper order, do the transaction. Improper order, terminate the transaction and tell them what mistake they are doing. That is called program writing. Programming is not a joke, students. Programming is real an art of real-time programmer. As a programmer, I am telling to you what is the real programming I will teach in the class. Don't miss my classes. But that programming is not possible to tell in one class or two classes. It is a continuous process. Are you getting or not? So that's why don't miss my classes. It's only my request. Everything is my responsible. Only come to the class. Rest of them I will take care. Okay? Open the notes. Write down now. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will convert Celsius temperature into Fahrenheit and Kelvin. Fahrenheit and Kelvin. These are all hacker ranking basic examples. What is that now? Come on to the point. What is the temperature is given? Celsius temperature is given. What do you need to calculate? Fahrenheit as well as what? Kelvin. What is the Fahrenheit temperature? When Celsius temperature is given, you need to go for what? Fahrenheit temperature. Suppose I don't know formula. For example, I'll go to the internet, converting Celsius temperature into Fahrenheit. You'll get the formula immediately. Converting Celsius temperature into Kelvin, formula immediately will come. The formula is, now I am saying, look at 9 by 5 into what is this? CT plus what? 32. And you need not to remember this formula at all. Just forget it. Just for program sake I am taking. What is the Kelvin temperature? Celsius temperature plus 273. We least bother about it, how that formula is coming. We are just taking for your understanding. Is it understandable? 9 by 5. Sometimes you will come across 9 by 5 is nothing but 1.8 or not. 1.8 only now. 9 or 5. 5 1 5. It is called what? 4.0. 5 8 40. It is 1.8 or not. So FT is equal to, you can write it 1.8 into CT plus what? 32. This is called what? Formula for what? Celsius temperature to Fahrenheit. Will you write that formula in the notes? Write down. As a hint, can you do by yourself this example? Come on. Can I do it or you will do? Say. You will or I will? You will. You will or I will? Student or teacher? Student. Okay. Teacher means I will write it. I hope no. You will do it. Okay. Very good. Now, can I give one complicated question? Write down. So, write a Python program. Write a Python program. Which will calculate area and perimeter of square. Area and perimeter of square. Area and perimeter of square. It is also dead easy. Square, please. Look at area of square. Square area is equal to, tell me, side into side, right or not? Side into side. Perimeter of square. Perimeter of square is equal to what? 4 into S. Formula. Mention it. As a hint, you take it. What is your input, students? Yes is your input. Yes, SA. SA you take it. Don't take AS. AS is a keyword. As is a keyword. In Python, as is a keyword. That keyword don't worry in the class. That keyword I will tell you in the further. Are you able to follow? Now, this is called what? S into S. And this is 4 into S. Is it clear? Now, shall I take last and final example? There is also homework. H by W, C by W, etc. In childhood days, we used to write, teacher used to write like that. And that days we need to get it once again. Because in LKG you are a very good student. Why? Still you are remembering LKG rhymes. Are you remembering our previous education subject now? No. That time you get lot of external things. Like that LKG moment you need to get it in my class. Write down. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will calculate simple interest. 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 And the total amount to pay. 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 Are you remembering? What is that formula? Look at simple interest is calculated by using a formula is there. Today my concentration is on mathematics. PTR by what? 100. It doesn't mean that you need to know mathematics. No, wrong. What is this now? Formula. What is an input here? PTR. What is the total amount to pay? TOT AMT is equal to principal amount plus what? SI. You have to pay to the bank with principal amount what is given plus simple interest they will calculate. Adding, that is the total amount to pay or not. Shall I do this now? What is my input? PTR. So I will calculate what? SI. And after that I will calculate what? Yes. Now I'll go to the program. Look at guys, all of you. I'll write here. See mom. Simple int dot py. Simple int dot py. Now I'm taking. All of you must tell the code. Program for calculating simple interest. Simple interest. And what? Total amount to pay. Total amount to pay. Tell me now. P is equal to float of input of enter principal amount. Enter what? Principal amount. Well, principal amount. So, principal amount. Next ma, please. Float of input of enter. Come on. Time. Enter time. And don't say, sir, you are using double quotes here, single quotes. Any problem, huh? No. That type of doubt also student will get it because they already forget what string concept. But everybody I want to bring carry forward. Teaching is very difficult, you know. Developing application is very easy. Why? Only you are only one to one. Here one to many. Everybody should come onto the same line. Next what? R is equal to float of input of enter rate of interest. Enter what? Rate of interest. Okay. Rate of interest. Good. Now do what here? Calculate SI. Calculate SI and total amount to pay. Amount to pay. Come on students. SI is equal to P star T star R by 100. P star T star R by what? 100. Come on. Next TOT AMT is equal to principal plus what? SI. Now I will print the good result. Now I will write the P plus what like this. Now I will say print of what I say like that. Star what? 50. Now I'll say here. What is this now? I will write it. Simple interest calculation. Simple interest calculations. Now I am going to give some heading. Some result card I am showing now. See students, print of \t. Come on students, principal amount. Principal amount. I am going to say. Dot format of what? Come on. P. Dot format of P. Next I am going to say print of what? \t. \t. What is this now? Huh? Right. Time. Time. I'll say here what? Format of time. T. Next students. \t. Rate of interest. So, rate of interest. So, rate of interest. Dot format of what? R. Dot format of R. So, R I will write it. Next I am going to write it print of \t. What is this now? Simple interest. So I say that dot format of what? SI. Good. Now I will write it what? Total amount to pay. Total amount to pay. Total amount to pay. I write in capital letter. And I'll write what you know, percentage 0.2 F, 2.F, small there. Percentage of what ma? TOT AMT. Did you understand students? Run this now. How easy it is. Say 1000, say 2 and then 3. And before pressing the enter key, formula 1000 into what? 2 into 3 by what? 100. 2 zeros cancel. 10 into 2 into 3 is called 60. What is the total? This is called SIR not? TOT amount is equal to P plus SI. What is the P ma? 1000. Principal amount plus 60. It is called what? 1060. So 1060 is an output. Am I getting 1060 or not? See this result. See this result. So 1000, 2 and 60 and then 1060 is the amount to pay. Are you getting? Like that you need to do this. Following students? Now. So coming to the point of it. Who is this student? 1900 C under C 008 19006 under. It's very difficult to call. So what is meant by 2, sir? Is it means minutes, hours, etc. So coming to that, time is minutes, time is minutes, months, right? Months, years, knowledge asla. Girls, super knowledge is there. 2 years, 1000 rupees, 60 rupees interest. Total banks will collapse today only. It is a months. You don't know and you will say that years. 2 years, 1000 rupees. Will they give for 1000 rupees? Suppose 1000 rupees, 2 years you pay 60 rupees means everybody will go there. Even world most largest rich person also will go there only. After 2 years, 1000 rupees, 60 rupees. Even I will also go, you will also go, everybody will go. We are all normal. Normal people will go. Even richest person also will go to the bank. He will do business with that. Right? So, my dear students, please learn little mathematics knowledge. Girls, learn little mathematics knowledge and come to the class. Understood today? So, do you feel easy in learning today's class or not? What is our total target? Reading the data dynamically from keyboard. And after that, see number of examples on it. After going to home, what you will do? You have to practice and you have to read also. And not seeing the keyboard and typing like DTP operator. Close the book and do it. Without doing, if you sleep, we can't say what you are. This is my advice. Tomorrow class, look at all of you. Tomorrow, what is my topic? One day before, I will tell what topic it is. Tomorrow, I will introduce what? Operators. What is the topic name? Most important topic. This will continue for 4 days. This will continue at least 3 days. It will continue. 3 days, I will explain. Tomorrow, that too Saturday. You feel like you are a project manager, CEO of the company. You will prepare underground action plans. And Monday you will come very freshly. That time your garbage collector will run behind of you. So don't miss tomorrow class. Very, very important class. And later your choice. Right, students? Thank you. All the best. Take care.